There are two sides of abundance. Have you ever thought about what is there more than getting more? Like, if I get more, yeah, then what? I mean, you have a lot of things that you wanted. You have achieved a lot of things that you thought would, make you really, really happy. For example, when you were younger, you maybe thought, when I'm older, when I'm like 18, when I'm 19, oh, then I'm gonna live my life. And then you became 18, 19. And then did it really make you much happier? Or were you maybe more happier sometimes when you were younger? So it really is looking at this idea of abundance. What is abundance? It feels like the freedom to do something, the freedom to be able to go anywhere and choose anything and do anything. And it seems that that's the only way we can look at abundance in our life. So if you're young, you have an abundance of time, energy, and let's say you're older and you have responsibilities, all of a sudden you're like, oh, when I had the time and energy, that's then what you want. That's then what sounds abundant to you. Or that you had your health. Oh, when you were younger, you were so healthy, so young, you're so vibrant. I wish I could just be that healthy, for example. All those things are physical things in the world. So the first dimension we are very familiar of is the abundance of the world. So not just money, but also time, also energy, also youth, also looks. Like you look so great when you were younger. Those kind of things. That is all one dimension. That's all on the physical plane. That's all based on the ego and the world, right? And there's nothing wrong with that side of abundance. There's some importance to that. And it's also great if you actually have great feelings about it. You feel great in the material sense, that you feel grateful for what you have and that you're appreciating what you have. But then there's also another form of abundance that actually has nothing to do with this world. And it's funny how the things that actually don't have anything to do with the world is actually what will change your life in the world. But it has nothing to do with the world. It has nothing to do with the abundance in the world. Because there's a lot of abundance in the world, right? There's millions of videos to watch, millions of books to read, millions of music to listen to. You can never listen to all the music. You can never read all the books. You can never indulge in such abundance that you will ever get to the end of it. All right? So life is abundant in the material sense. And sometimes you feel you're lacking in the material sense because you wish you had this or that. So then you're looking at life from the width place. So the width place is what you have. I have a lot, I have a little. I have success or I don't have success. I am happy or I'm not happy. I am I'm able to do what I want. I'm not able to do what I want. Those kind of things are physical. And the depth part is the second dimension of abundance. And that means that you are enough. Meaning you are abundant. And that is a bit more interesting than just the abundance of this world, because what it really is looking at, when you really, really, really go to the depth of this, you start to realize that what it really means to be abundant. Because it means that you don't need anything. If you are abundant, not that you have abundance, if you are abundant, you don't really need anything from anyone. You don't really need approval, validation. If you validate and approve of yourself, if you have an abundance of that within yourself, if you are abundant in love for yourself, love for others, if it flows from you from that place where you see, I am abundant, I'm the source of everything that I want. All the love that I want, all the validation that I want, all the freedom that I want, I am that. I am that freedom. Because any point in time that you felt free, it was from inside. And it came from a place of not being restricted. But the thing that is restricting you is not the world, it's your own mind. You see, your own mind is restricting you by either going for indulging into things and running away from something, or running towards something. These are the sides of the mind of the ego. And when you go into the spirit, you realize the chasing and running away or running towards something is what is keeping you in a place of feeling lack. It doesn't matter how much abundance you have. You know, you can have a lot of abundance in the world and still feel like you need more, right? Even the richest man on the world, Elon Musk, is still reaching for Mars, is still reaching for something more, is still reaching for the stars, is still trying to get more. It's never enough. There never comes an end to this feeling unless you start to see, I am enough. I don't need it from anything. Because only then you can truly come from a giving place where you're not looking for any outcome. You're just here. You just let everything be. Even the negative feelings, you let them be. Even the things that you want to run away from, you let that be. You let everything be. And if you let everything be as it is, you start to see, I am abundant. I don't need happiness from anything. Not from meditation, not from working, not from being on a strict diet or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you, let's say you have found something in the world that you do, and you found that is where I'm happy. So let's say you have a diet and you're really strict. And you're like, I'm so happy with this diet, like with this, I feel so much better in my body. Now I'm happy. Let's say for a month, you're just gonna eat McDonald's every single day, eat the most unhealthy food every single day. You will still be able to see that I'm enough still. I don't need it from health. I don't need it from success. I don't need it from anything. It's great that these things are here in the world. It's great that we have the dimension in the world of abundance and that there's plenty of it. But when we focus on that we are abundant, now we start to really get down to the depth level. And you see how differently you start to relate with things, because it's no longer about you. It's no longer about you being abundant. It's no longer about you having abundance. You are it. You are abundant. So you're no longer seeking it outside of yourself. You're no longer seeking for it in the world. You see, I am it. If I am it, I don't need it. If I feel complete inside, I don't need to find completeness outside myself. I don't need to find it through a soulmate. I don't need to find it through a career path. I don't need to find it through validation. I don't need to find it through approval, through anything. I don't need it from safety. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I'm abundant. I don't need anything from anything from anything. Because the thing that is making you be in lack is actually not having the thing that you want. It's actually thinking that you need that thing that you want in order to feel good enough. It's the desire that makes you feel lack. It is not the idea that if you get that then you will feel enough, because you will just always chase more. So it's realizing like, oh, like I am enough, and you start to move from that place. And that's a very different place. That's a place of love, giving, purpose. It's not from ego, what is based on fuel of anger, shame, fear, and sadness in order to achieve something to be proud of. That is moving from ego, and moving from the higher place is purpose, is where you're just giving. You're just giving, and you're so much more happy and so much more free and so much more joyful, and you're not having to give. You give yourself the freedom to not give. If you give yourself the freedom to not give, you're going to give. So that's the paradox of freedom. We think that if we let ourselves be free, we are going to run around like a madman. But what is actually true is when we let ourselves free, is that we are actually really sane. That we're actually really decent people. That we're actually not really wanting to do anything, because we give ourselves our freedom and we are enough. You see? So let yourself be. Let yourself free. Don't restrict yourself to anything. Don't restrict yourself to any goal that you want, anything that you want to achieve, anywhere that you want to go. You can have goals, you can have things, but if they dominate your mind and it's the main thing that's going on in your mind, like achieving goals, achieving things. What if you just for a week don't have any to-do list? You're just spontaneously letting life unfold. That is alignment, you see. That is true alignment. When you're not planning everything, and this is of course not possible in the long term, you need to plan some things, but to just be able to let yourself be. Let yourself unfold naturally what wants to come forth, whether that is doing something or not doing something. Let yourself be, let yourself expand in this abundant self that you already are. And you don't have to seek it inside yourself. You are it. You are abundant. If you had to seek it, it means that you're not it. But you are abundant. And that is the second dimension. First dimension is the world. We know it. It's very good to also focus on that. I don't say deny that. Focus on the world. Focus on the things in the world that you feel make you more abundant. But focus mainly on that you are abundant. And heal those parts of you where you still feel there's lack, where you still feel you're lacking something. You need to get what you want so that you can feel fulfilled. Hope that this gets touched by you to the core of you, and try to really sit with this, think about this, look for yourself. Am I moving from a place of lack, trying to get abundance in the world? Or am I in the depth and seeing that I am already abundant and I'm just giving? I will see you in the next video.